For my research project, I decided to further investigate the consequences of social media platforms' moderation policies of content related to the promotion of eating disorders. Several studies and researchers showed how users, to avoid the ban of hashtags related to the promotion of pretty content on Instagram and TikTok, had developed new lexical variants of the banned keywords, using, for example, anorexic instead of anorexia. Starting from this case study, my research question is: are the hashtags eating disorder meme and anorexia meme used by Instagram users to circumnavigate the content moderation of the platform and spread parody content in the form of memes? If so, how? The main purpose is to try to understand if, in order to avoid social media censorship, users also resorted to tags that allow them to position the images into a different interpretative sphere, apparently far from the explicit promotion of pro-eating disorder content. To answer my research question, I decided to use Instagram, since the highly visual nature of this social media has created a favorable environment for the birth and development of parody online communities. As a consequence of this choice, visual analysis turned out to be the most suitable research methodology. Finally, discourse analysis and hashtag analysis allowed me to further contextualize the positioning and imaginaries to which the users of these communities refer. As a starting point to conduct my analysis, I followed the medium by entering the hashtags eating disorder meme and anorexia meme on EG hashtags export, and I downloaded a CSV file containing the 200 most recent posts. I then sampled them by choosing only the posts containing memes referring to eating disorders, deleting duplicates, food pictures, mental health posts, or posts that I tagged as other. From this first selection, I obtained a sample made up of 93 posts, from which I selected only the 25 posts with the highest number of likes. The like filter is fundamental for research purposes. In fact, to circumnavigate moderation policies, it is not enough for the content to promote eating disorders. It must be able to circulate and be seen within online communities. To carry out the visual analysis, I created a codebook and analyzed the images according to the following categories: pro-eating disorder or pro-recovery, presence of text, presence or reference to food, dominant colors, person character depicted, presence of typical elements of ED. Out of 25 memes, 21 referred to themes, imagery, and visual references that promote various eating disorders. Significant aspects of parody content are black and white colors, images that mainly present real or fictitious female characters, and recurrent mentions to food restriction, body shape, weight control, and tips on how to be secretive. The most appreciated posts are those representing fear foods and day-to-day struggles. Only one pro-recovery meme was found, and it was related to the defeat of the fear of calories. A deeper visual analysis allowed me to further identify the other three recurring categories: images function, perception of family, friends, and therapists, representation of DAD. Within my sample, the function of restriction of food intake was more frequently depicted than body surveillance and body shame or difficulties of recovery. Family, friends, and therapists are represented as antagonistic figures whose job is to control and enforce the rules. However, what allows us to contextualize and understand what the user wants to communicate is the analysis of the visual representation of the eating disorder. Personified as a conniving snake, aggressive dog, or strong warrior, the eating disorder is something that judges the user's body appearance and makes him or her suffer. It is something that must be hid from others, something that it is difficult to overcome. These considerations are confirmed by the hashtag analysis, as the most recurring hashtags are at struggles, at support, at problems. However, there are also openly pro-Anna hashtags such as Anna best friend and skinny. Discourse analysis allowed me to identify the presence of three different attitudes in the target users. Identification with struggles and situation represented, refusal of the content as it is identified as pro-ED, strengthening of the message promoting the eating disorder, even if it is only a minority in my sample. Coming to the conclusions, the results obtained from the analysis carried out do not fully confirm my expectation, as the use of the hashtags anorexia meme and eating disorder meme does not have as its primary and main objective the spread of parody content. Through the use of these hashtags, users seem to complain about the downsides of an eating disorder and the problems in everyday life. As to the limitations of my research. We can identify tool employed to collect data, since it only allows to download the 100 most recent posts, a small sample, absence of peer review, absence of cross-platform analysis, and the need for future researchers to move away from the analysis of tagged datasets and produce knowledge about untagged posts.